some Krogan is just like, I really want that fish in the store upstairs from us. And
Oh
you're
my
like,
god, I remember that one.
Don't worry, I got this.
I'm gonna find you your fish.
I'm gonna take time out of my day to go up, buy that fish just for you, so I could get those experience points. The Reapers are invading, but oh no, the Krogan needs a fish.
Decisions. What do I do?
Hey, don't worry, I'll save the council, but that Krogan needs this fish.
Guys, we need to send a team there. We need 10 men on this. Go get that fish, boys.
Have you ever noticed Shepard only goes with 2 people? It's like, oh, we gotta take down everybody, but like, more than 3 people. That sounds complicated. I don't
What are they
wanna
just
do
gonna
that.
stand there and take down enemies efficiently?
No.
Is it like they don't have room on their ship for it?
Yeah.
Alright. Freaking, did you see that today coming home? Like, I was on the bus with Joshua. And, on the way there, we saw this, car had an advertisement that said, alligator catcher.
Alligator catcher?
Alligator catcher, and it was a 90-year-old man. Man, he looked really old.
Because he has a hat.
He had a hat. He had the fisherman hat.
Of course he has a hat.
The fisherman hat.
they
He didn't have
always-
lures on it, but he had the hat. And he was just standing there with his, like, he had the crocodile in, like, a net lock or something. He had his foot over it, and it said 817. With our area code. Texas area code. And I looked at this, and I was like, oh, well, this guy's in Texas, because there's plenty of gators in Texas, right? Them desert gators. They're gonna kill our kids.
I promise Texas isn't that bad. We actually live in the middle of the desert.
Yeah.
There's cactus right there.
We don't have any kind of desert. The only desert I seen is Jack Sparrow, and I've been all over Texas. I seen Jack Sparrow, and I seen the East Texas. No,
Yeah.
not freaking West Texas. Head palm right there. West Texas might have a little bit of desert, but where we're from, it's just like, oh, there's a cactus.
I came from Southern Texas.
Southern Texas.
Also known as the Gulf of Mexico.
I actually am an Aquaman. We're gonna start a bunch of stereotypes. Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
all Southern Texans are part fish, as it turns
They
out.
are all, in fact, Aquaman. Every single one of them.
They all live in Atlantis. Oh my god. I love stereotypes. I really do.
Yeah.
Like, I love stereotypes that I know are wrong. Like, not even, like, I don't mean, like, morally. I just mean, like, they're not right.
Yeah.
Like the black people eating chicken. I've seen 3 black people eat chicken in my entire life. But I just love to think that somewhere there's like a group of people that just go around, like they're all black guys, and they all go and eat an enormous amount of fried chicken. And everybody's like, oh, there they are!
There
Found
they
them!
are.
I knew they were real!
Somewhere somebody has, like, called the cops on them or something.
They're eating too much fried chicken. There's, I saw a meme once. I don't like to pull in memes on my podcast very often, but I think this deserves it. And it says, what is it? Too much of a good thing is a bad thing. And it has, like, a black guy, and he's passed out, and he has a watermelon in his hand, he has a KFC bucket, and he has a freaking, what else did he have? It was just too much stereotype. And he is, like, stereotype overdose. Good times. Now, how come? When did aviators become creepy?
I don't know.
Sorry, that was on
Are
my
they
mind
creepy?
all day. Like, you had never seen like the guy that's like supposed to be like the child molester stereotype, right? And he has like the duster, and he has like aviators, right?
Well, who comes up with the stereotypes? Like, there's some secret council meeting where they're like, all right, that guy.
All right, all Asians are bad drivers.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I had whenever in middle school we would play basketball, people always wanted me on their team because I was the tall Mexican guy.
Mexican,
Like-
quote unquote Mexican.
I'm Asian, I'm Taiwanese, but that's close enough.
You're Asian. You must be bad at basketball. Never
That's like a
mind.
city in Mexico, right?
No, it's not.
No, I come from the country of Alaska.
A Mormon Twilanine.
Yeah, I'm Mormon.
That's probably an odd combination. You realize how unique you are? That's so weird. I just now started
Mormon
thinking about
Taiwanese.
like you go there and is everybody Mormon? Don't
What?
think so.
No. Oh, if you've been to Utah, you know everybody there is Mormon.
Stereotype for the win.
Literally, there's the temple, and everything around Utah is just centered around that temple.
Oh crap.
So
Squirrels?
everything, all of the streets and stuff, whenever you want to go somewhere, it's all centralized around the temple.
Oh, that's creepy.
Is that creepy?
It's like Children of the Corn. The entire town centered around the church.
Oh gosh.
Next thing you know, Mormon kids are gonna be killing bigger Mormon kids because they're 18.
Obviously, no.
You know what we should do? Like, you know, like on the bus, sometimes me and Jordan will be talking with like, and we'll make Mormon jokes because like,
Yeah.
he'll joke around and be like, somebody will say something about Mormons and be like, yeah, all
Right.
Mormons don't believe in technology as it turns out because we
Yeah.
got those ones in the suits riding bicycles.
I have a phone. I drive.
Yeah. No, you don't. You're Mormon. I don't
No.
know feature.
Oh, we had a friend tell us that. Okay, so apparently the Mormons are persecuted in the Middle Ages for being witches.
The Mormons weren't even around back then.
They came in. The Mormons, the LDS Church was founded in the 1800s. That was the Middle Ages, right?
It's the same thing. Right? They weren't even founded until America was like,
Yeah.
you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Founded. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Like a while after it was founded.
It's just everybody has that friend that's just a horrible, horrible liar. And it's like, at first you might think he was normal. Like, did you think he was normal? Let's call him.
Yeah.
Let's call him Joe for now. Like,
Let's call him Joe.
so
Okay, Joe.
This guy named Joe, right? At first he kind of stuck around me and Jordan. We're like, oh yeah. I even thought about asking him to come hang on the podcast once, but
He's gonna come eventually.
honestly, if he comes, I want to have like 10 people here and just all make fun of him. Like we're gonna swap out. Like we're gonna leave. Some of us are gonna leave the room. Some of us are gonna come in, and we're just gonna take turns making fun of him. He says the weirdest shit, and like anytime you talk about video games, he freaking lies. Like everybody exaggerates, but
I love him because he's not the person who's a bad liar or the person who's like I don't even, but he like
I don't even
makes the stupidest, like most exaggerated stories ever,
And you're
it's
just like, how did you even think I would believe
It-
that?
it's fun just listening to them. Like, are you a short story writer?
There's this one story he told, and like I was actually texting Jordan like, "Hey, this hole's in his story here," and his story was that like he made a patty, right? Like his brother made a patty or something. He put weed on it, like marijuana, and cooked it on the grill. Now here's the thing about that: it would smoke off there, buddy. It's not like he put it in the patty or anything. Like that might be relatively believable. But that's just it would bake all the THC off, and then he said he ate it, like not knowing it was that. First of all, you can taste THC on anything. I mean, you're gonna taste it. You're like,
Yeah.
wow, this is definitely a weed burger.
So that's like a logical conclusion to break one of his things. But then there's the time where it's like,
It's just weird shit. Like, there's one time he started talking about playing BioShock, and he's like, yeah, and I use this weapon, like, you know, like in that game, how you never have any guns. I'm like, that's
no.
not slightly true.
yeah,
He's like, yeah, I use the crowbar and stuff.
I use an M16 in Assassin's Creed 3.
What? Don't have that on there.
And so there's the things where you're just plain wrong, but then there's the things like he's saying that one night that he was gonna worship the fire god.
It's just this long, drawn-out, horrible story. Like, me and Jordan, like, at this point, I honestly thought about throwing something in the lake and see if he would chase it. Just die. I wouldn't have to deal with him anymore. He was so annoying. And anyways, so at first the story is relatively believable. Him and his friends are at a campfire or something like, right?
Yeah.
They're having a bonfire, having a great time, and then they start throwing things in the fire. And like, yeah, the fire god. We have to please the fire god. And meanwhile, me and Jordan just have our face in our hands and just, my God, what are you saying there, Kobe? What are you saying?
I mean, what was his name? His new name is Job.
Joe, right?
Oh, Joe.
We'll censor that out. Like, remember him, that guy? Beep. We'll have a long beep where we'll do the, we should come up with something that, like, Epic Mealtime does. Like have a guitar strum or something.
You can get PSP games on there.
Oh, that's cool. Bye. Thanks for coming, Max. My brother, that's also part of the podcast. Anyways, so aside from being a horrible, horrible, crazy liar, this guy is also kind of like he thinks he's better than everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And we all have that friend, but this guy's just like 7 different pissing me off packages all rolled into one.
Mm-hmm.
And he thinks he's better than me. He thinks he can beat me up, and he thinks he knows everything about video games, which he does not. So yeah, that's kind of annoying.
What else? Like, oh, he got, what was it? He got like, we took a class called DIM, which we learned how to do like basic Photoshop.
It is horribly basic.
He's telling us he got like a little scholarship thingy, and he's like,
In the most basic class, it's like
he's
in
oh,
kindergarten.
I was so good in that class. I got a scholarship for like $100.
Just don't even respond. Just ignore him. Just walk around.
Here comes. That's when you keep encouraging him on and see where the story goes.
Yeah. So what'd you do with that $100? What school are you planning on going to?
We bought torches to fleece the fire god.
He's so bad. All right. You know. Also, hang on. I just now thought of something. So you know we were talking about earlier on the podcast about violence in video games being annoying, or not annoying, but like banned in that one.
Stupid.
Yeah, Connecticut, right?
Sure.
Let's go with that one. Yeah, Connecticut.
Is that a continent?
Where is that? Is that a town in Spain? I don't know.
State.
Yeah.
That's a state.
No, it's not a state. It's a continent. Obviously.
Anyways,
It's not.
Is that a continent?
we have an intellectual battle here.
Well, I'm gonna Google it right now. Don't worry, you people in Connecticut. I know where you
I will
really
do
live.
you justice. Anyway, so the people in Connecticut, you know, they don't want violent video games, and Bulletstorm was pretty gory. And there's also a lot of countries that have banned like certain video games, like an entire
Australia.
country. Not even Australia, just freaking Iran,
Mhm.
Israel, and India. Those are the ones it's hard to get a good video game through. Fallout was banned for having a two-headed cow in India. The entire country. I'm not exaggerating this.
That reminds me, things when they offend Modern Warfare 2. They haven't patched the game in years, but they apparently
I have some stories about some Modern Warfare too.
Muhammad was written on the wall just as a decal in the bathroom. No. That was a good
Muhammad?
idea. Yeah. He was written as a decal on the bathroom. So one guy complained on YouTube, and they took down the maps for like a good week.
What? Like recently?
Yeah, like a month ago maybe.
Modern Warfare 2. Not
Yeah,
only have
two.
like
They
four...
took Quarry and it's like a trick shotter map. The one with the favela.
Let's go with that one. Yeah, that might be right. G what?
Muhammad.
Muhammad. I thought you said Jihad.
Jihad.
We're actually terrorists here at Drunk Playing Podcast, as it turns out. No, that's so messed up, though. I mean, like, is that even necessary? Like, just throw a fit about? Or is that even... Who's really to blame here, though? The creators or the...
I guess the creators, they wanted to be safe.
What's decal mean? Like, can you explain that for me?
Decal is like, you have your guitar and you want to put a sticker on it. Decal. Bloop.
Decoration.
Basically.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yep.
Weren't you even fighting Russians in Modern Warfare 2?
What?
Weren't you fighting Russians in Modern Warfare 2?
Yeah, you're fighting people in like...
Call of Duty World at War.
Anyways, so... yeah, what does he even have to do with that? I don't understand.
I don't even.
Alright.
So what other shenanigans?
Actually, we're about to close up shop here.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us here at Drunk Plane. I'm Nick Nino.
And my name is Jordan.
And we hope you're here next week. Hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.